I am Alex. Let's talk about strawberries in Canberra. Okay, so last year I tried to put them in this. So it's a vertical greenhouse, not a greenhouse, a vertical planter. It was densely packed, and the harsh Canberra sun came along and basically killed everything except this. Now, pardon all the weeds and the fact that I've just basically let everything in it go to seed. Life happens, you can't always get to what you want to, and I'm just a backyard gardener with 3 children. So I tried this, it was too hot, it basically killed everything off the top first, and then slowly as the sun came over the top, beat it down, 40 plus degree days, nothing really stood a chance no matter how much I watered it. So as you can see in the yard, I don't really have much in the way of larger trees and structures and things that could shade this out. So I've got the house here, the shed here, the carport there, which is a bit messy, but we've made that into a kids area that they can come outside in all weather and still got some space to play. And so this never stood a chance, as much as I had the ideal of, wouldn't it be pretty if I could have this lovely vertical berry structure that I could come along, not have to bend down, be able to pick berries, they'd be safe from slugs, snails, ants and all those things, easily water, easily fertilise and replace when needed. Boy, was I wrong. Canberra sun came along and basically killed it in a couple months. Didn't get very many berries at all, if any, from that whole structure, and it was quite a waste, unfortunately. So then I tried to put some into a raised garden bed for my daughter. So that is this structure here, and I had a bit of success with that, not as much. It was fully planted before winter. Over winter, to help survive over the harsh temperatures, we put this structure, which I talked about before, and it's basically 2 cheap greenhouses, duct tape their joins together and 70% shade cloth put on. We've used it as a frost cloth. So year before we probably lost 70% of the strawberries. This year we've probably lost about 40%. Yes, it's better. It's not ideal. I would have liked 15 or 10% loss only. That didn't happen. So then I move on to this. Now we're raining at the moment, so I'm just going to duck into my little shade house. So this is fantastic. This I managed to get the pot stack system. I managed to get this off the Facebook marketplace secondhand, and if you can find this secondhand for a good price, it's a fantastic investment. It takes up not a lot of space, it's sturdy, it holds a lot of plants. Each level of this one, it's the 4 plant holder each stack, so it holds 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and then 2 because I ran out on top. So that's quite a lot in the whole stack. And this one is strawberries, so I wanted to keep my specialist strawberries separate. This actually did very well, as you can see, over winter. Under this little shade structure, which hasn't got a lot of protection, but it has some. I guess it's got the colour bond, which gets really warm in the daytime and holds the heat. Then it's got this cloth over the top. I think this one's only like a 30 or a 40% shade cloth, but it actually does feel really nice and warm underneath it. It lets the rain through, but it actually does protect that very well. I'll just take that grass out. The next thing I tried was garden pots. So they're currently in my really pretty greenhouse, which hubby and I put together the other week. So we'll go in. So in here I have put strawberries in pots, pop them in here. It's lovely and warm. I think this is, oh wow, it's an extra 10 degrees warmer at least, with no wind chill factor in here obviously. Inside in the greenhouse is definitely a great idea for overwintering. So what I'm going to do for next winter is basically take them all out of the ground, pop them in pots and overwinter them in here, and hopefully I should have a pretty good success rate in keeping them over winter. I will show you, I've got also off the Facebook Marketplace, I've got these new ones. I don't know what variety they are, but a lady was thinning out her strawberry patch and I grabbed some of those. So I think I ended up getting 12 plants of her runners, really healthy, really good root system for $10, which is a fantastic price if you're looking at things like Bunnings that can sell them upwards of $5-6 per plant, depending if you're getting a specialty or just a run-of-the-mill red strawberry variety. So these ones, I'm kind of babying these at the moment. These came from Diggers. I'm going to have a go at pine berries again, which is the pineapple strawberry hybrid. It's so warm in here, it's actually flowering. These ones are the white strawberry that have the red seeds. I had these a couple of years ago, but I didn't protect them over winter and the whole lot just died off, unfortunately. So this year my plan is I need to either have a pot system or a stacker or something to keep them all together like I did the strawberries, and then bring it basically into the greenhouse over winter. These ones are the muskberry, also known as bubbleberry. So they're supposed to be the musky or the bubblegum aftertaste strawberry. So I've got a couple of special strawberries this year as well. The thing with these ones, I know at least the pine berry, I'm not sure about the muskberry, but the pine berry, sorry, it needs a red strawberry pollinator. So it can't pollinate itself. The other special ones can't pollinate it. It needs a red one. That's just one of the specifics from that. So it's a good thing to know if you've got these, that you can't just buy that alone. You've actually got to have 1 or 2 red strawberries planted near it for the bees or other pollinators to pollinate that with, for it to actually give you the pineberry fruit. Okay, so I tried in here more strawberries. In the berry patch, I had all grand ideas of this was going to be beautiful, it was going to be cute, it was going to be a berry patch. Oh my goodness, I was sorely mistaken. While the silverberries took off, the blackberry took off, these 2-year raspberries, they were great. They look spindly now, but they actually, when the green growth came out, it was all lush and bushy, it actually choked out the strawberries. So the poor little strawberries spent most of the time trying to actually grow their stems really long and lanky and push through the growth and to try to photosynthesize. And if they didn't have the strength within them to do that, then basically either they stayed dormant, stunted, or died off, which is unfortunate. So this year I'm going to remove these ones and put them into pots, I think. And that will be a better plan, I think, a better plan of attack. And I'm going to remove these raspberries and put other raspberries in there. So basically, the things that I've tried in Canberra include putting them in with other berries, putting them in uncovered raised beds. I've tried putting them in pots. I'm just going in here because it's raining outside. I've put them in stackers. I have put them in tiny pots. I've put them in deeper pots. I find that it doesn't make a much difference for these because they're so shallow rooted, being strawberries, whether you're in the deep pot or you're in the shallow. But just make sure if you're using things like styrofoam or upcycled containers, which is perfectly fine, use what you've got. It doesn't have to be beautiful, it just has to be functional. If all you're concerned with is getting the crop. With these styrofoam boxes, they're not always got good drainage. So this one was fine, but the one on this side here, which I planted the other day, I just had to get a stick, a bamboo stick, and to make sure, I don't know if you can see that, to poke enough drainage holes all the way along. It was fairly easy because it was styrofoam, so that it just doesn't keep all the water when you're watering it and rot. Because the last thing you want to do is have rotten strawberries and they're not happy and you're not happy because you've got no fruit. So I'd love any ideas and any suggestions. Let me know what you've tried. Has it worked? Has it not worked? What's been success for you? What's been fail for you? I'd love to know. I'm still learning. I've only been gardening for a couple of years. I've only done basic strawberries and pine berries and bubbleberries once before without success, so I'm going to have another go. My daughter loves berries, which is the main reason that I do this. She's 2 years old and obsessed with any berries. As you know, that can get very expensive, so here we go again. We're trying to make a berry area for her. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is early springtime I'm going to have it in this greenhouse, because all the seedlings that you see there won't need to be here anymore because they'll be out in the garden and under their own protection. And I will have all this shelf space, and I'll pop the strawberries in containers on those, on all the levels, and I'll have the door open and latched back, and there's these beautiful windows which actually pop upwards up here, and that will give good airflow. So hopefully it will bring in the pollinators in there, and if that doesn't work I might have to look into possibly taking the plastic off these greenhouses. They were cheap little placeholder greenhouses, not perfect, but they do the job, just until we got our nice greenhouse. And so I will take the plastic off, put a shade cloth on, basically the shade cloth that's over there, and pop that over the top so they don't burn, and then have it open, not enclosed in the sides like this one, because we're going to need the pollinators to come in. So hopefully they'll either be able to get into there easily, or if they're not able to do that very well, I can put them on here, or should I just put them on here to start? I'm not sure yet. Still thinking, as you can hear, I'm a bit indecisive, thinking through things as I go. Yeah, so as I said before, backyard gardener, having a go, doing this for my daughter. So that's why I'm doing it, basically. And I would love to know, as I said before, what have you done that's worked? I know there's a lot of knowledgeable people that have done strawberries for years, perfected it. There's a particular couple of ladies here in Canberra that are amazing at growing strawberries, and if they're watching they know who I'm talking about. So I would love to hear from everybody, to know what they've done, the successes, the things that didn't work, any ideas even that haven't been tried, but let me know and I'll see if I can give them a go. I've got quite a few strawberries on the way. Also, I've got some strawberries in the house that are very little at the moment. that I've just purchased the other day, and I'm trying to find them space in the greenhouse, but it's still raining quite a bit and haven't had the time. I've also had to look after my 3 little children, and that takes a bit of time too, and the gardening is my thing that I get to do on the side, so trying to get into the garden more. We'll see how that goes. So thank you all for watching. If you like what you see, click the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, let me know you like it, pop your suggestions down below in the comments, and till next time.